Hello everybody. So today my goal is to teach you the rules of rotations and how they work, where they come from, what is the math behind a rotation. So I have here my coordinate grid. I have my x, my y-axis. And let's say I want to rotate this point right here. Let's say the point 4, 5. 4, 5, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, so on and so forth. So I'm going to use some tracing paper, some patty paper, to kind of show how this works. I'm going to place it over the top. I'm going to mark my center. Give me a little line here so I know when I've gone 90 degrees. I'm also going to mark my dots. Okay, so there's my dots. I'm kind of moving around. There's that trace shape. I'm going to place my pen on the center of rotation. And I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, and it lands right there. So if I take that shape, I'm going to kind of move it to the side and mark it. That rotated 90 degrees to land at the point 5, negative 4. 5, negative 4. Okay, so again, just to kind of show you in slow motion if I need to. I won't do slow motion, but it just rotates 90 degrees, and it landed right down there. If I went another 90 degrees, it would look like this. And it would land at negative 4, 5. Negative 4, negative 5. Negative 4, negative 5. And one more rotation. One more rotation. So I have it right here. I'm going to rotate it one more time. And it would land right here at negative 5, 4. Negative 5, 4. So now let's look at what happens. Let's look at the math behind this. Okay? So 4, 5. I started here at the point x, y. And it rotated down here. Boom. Now notice it was 4, 5, and then it became 5, 4. In other words, 4, 5 became 5, 4. My x and my y switched places. Before it was 4, 5, then it was 5, 4, so they kind of switched. The x and the y switched. It was positive 4, positive 4, positive 5. Then it became positive 5, negative 4. So the x became its negative. And there's your first rule. When you rotate 90 degrees clockwise, it becomes y negative x. Or they switch, and the x becomes negative. Alright, so after 1, 2, so 180 degrees rotation, my xy is 4, 5, it still is 4, 5. So the x and the y stay the same. But if you notice, it was a positive 4, positive 5, now it's a negative 4, negative 5. So they stayed in the same spot, but then they became their opposites. And there's the rule for 180 degrees, is they stay the same, just become their opposites. Now, let's go 1 to 270 degrees clockwise. Well, you start with x, y. It's at 4, 5, and it ends at 5, 4. Again, the y and the x switch places. 4, 5 becomes negative 5, 4. Well, the 4 stayed positive, but the 5 became its opposite, so it becomes its opposite y. And there you have the rules. The rules work 90 degrees, 100, 270 degrees clockwise, and they also work counterclockwise. And kind of the key to here is you see that the x and the y, every time they rotate 90 degrees, they switch places. X, y, y, x. X, y, y, x. They kind of flip places. And also, when you go 180 degrees, they both become opposite, but when you go 90 degrees, only one of them becomes its opposite. It's a tricky math, but after a little bit of practice, it starts to make sense. Thanks, guys.